Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back. From timcast.com. Bette Midler and other liberal activists call for sex strike over Texas abortion law. Okay, take a good look at that picture. You know, one time years ago, I thought you're extremely talented, great singer. What the hell happened to you? Unbelievable. Liberal activist, musician, and activist. Oh boy, she's busy. Got 3 titles. Bette Midler has called for a sex strike over the new Texas abortion law, and she wasn't the only one. The law, which goes into effect this month, bans abortions after an ultrasound can detect a fetal heartbeat, which can occur as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. There is exception only for cases of medical emergencies. However, instead of the government enforcing the law, it will be enforced by private citizens who can now sue abortion providers. I think it's $10,000. Civil suits, not criminal, or anyone who aids a woman getting an abortion after a fetal heartbeat has been detected. The citizens will not have a connection with the person who had the abortion or the provider in order to have standing to sue. I suggest women refuse to have sex with men until they are guaranteed the right to choose by Congress. And that's been the whole entire point. Back in I believe it was 1973, I was a junior in high school, is when Roe v. Wade. And actually, the woman that sued and went to the Supreme Court to have an abortion ended up saying she was pro-life after that. The court ruled it was constitutional right. It's not. Not without legislation. And here we are 28 years later. Wow, has it been, not 28, almost 50 years later, and it still hasn't been settled. How come? Because that's what progressives, liberals, and Democrats do. They use the judiciary, i.e. courts, to become another branch of the legislature. And that's not what they're about. So let's look at this picture. She's going to deny sex to people. Bette, sorry, ma'am, but, you know. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I hope the men in your life can survive it, or women, depending on, doesn't really matter. I suggested all women refuse to have sex with men until they are guaranteed by the right to choose by Congress. Stop having sex with men in Texas. Watch shit change right quick. Well, Heather, I feel bad for your boyfriend. Every woman married to a politician who voted for the Texas anti-abortion law withheld sex from men. I bet it would change back quickly. I would think, as a rule, a Texas legislator, a member's partner, is pretty much on the same page. The Blue Ball Boys would be riding all weekend and would be overturned by noon Monday. God, what a bunch of narcissists. Yeah, here we go. Women of Texas, stop having sex with men until the law changes. Remember the ones who get pregnant and get an abortion at 7-Eleven. And Lauren, one of my personal favorites. She says it absolutely right. Promoting abstinence to own the cons, meaning conservatives. I guess the men in Texas will have to date women who understand the connection between sex and pregnancy. Imagine that. I had to throw that in there. And therefore engage in sexual activity responsibly. Maybe they even only sleep with men who are committed to them. Novel idea. Good for you, Lauren. Imagine that. Oh, God. This is amazing to me. In 2019, actress and activist Alyssa Milano had called for a similar strike over the Georgia's Brian Kemp sending a heartbeat bill. Until women have legal control of their bodies, we cannot risk pregnancy, the actress noted. Join me by not having sex until we get bodily autonomy back. I'm calling for a sex strike. Pass it on. And there's a little sex strike. This is from 2019, if you remember. If our choices are denied, so are yours. Now, what they're assuming, of course, is the only one that gets any sexual activity out of this. In this case, I would assume they're meaning men. I mean, let's tell the truth here. I can see somebody's husband and a female legislator in the Texas Assembly House that voted for this. And the husband says, well, I'm sorry. I'm denying you sex. You changed your vote. So I'm assuming they mean men. Newsflash. If two people in a committed relationship and have even 1 ounce of love or respect for each other, it's not the man. It's only half of this two-sided coin that gets pleasure out of sex. You idiots. Absolutely ridiculous. Reproductive rights are being erased. My God, my God. So I guess what's going to happen is, as I look at Bet, you're absolutely right. You are so stunning and so sexy, I give up. I vote against the Texas abortion bill. You win. You're just too irresistible, and I can't go that long without having sex with you. All right, you win. I cave. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.